morning. How are you? I thought I saw you in a show a little bit ago of your own. Was I dreaming? Oh, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Vinny Kit, KT Harmon, M. Gaudette. She's a new whatnot seller, so be sure and follow her. Ashbug, thank you all for coming. I have been going crazy with scanning and printing so that we can have these beautiful French things that look still look authentic for the most part. And I but I do also have authentic, and that's some of that back there. That's the 4 pharmacy folios that I have in the shop. And then what I did this last week is I found 26 I scanned 26 fronts of French envelopes. There's 5 to a page, except for the last page, there's 6. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here. Here's the page with 6. I set them up in Photoshop so they would hopefully be easy to cut out. And I thought I would save expense by cutting them out or printing them and just letting you guys cut them out yourself. Here's a bunch of blues. These are some of my favorites. Queen Bee, welcome. Valley, Zakuli, Ashbug. If I missed someone, I'm so sorry, but thank you for being here. Look at the actual size of this one. Look how much smaller it is. And for those of you that don't know, anything, well, I don't know about other countries, but I do know that in France, if you have this black border, that's a death announcement or probably even a funeral announcement, but they're really rare to find. And I was lucky to get a hold of one. So I did the front and the back of that one because it has that beautiful black wax seal. Oh, Queen Bee. Thank you. Thank you. Good. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, here, if I got the wrong, I already looked at that one. Okay, and then here's this one. I must have one too many in that pack. So 5, 10, 15. Did I not sort this pack very well? It doesn't look like I did. I was scrambling at the last minute, obviously. Okay, so one, two, three, four. Oh, God. I don't even know. Here's the six. One, two. There must be. Okay, I was wrong. There is 5 times 5, 31 envelopes. That's even better, isn't it? So let's find that right here. Now I say 36. What am I doing wrong here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Am I losing my mind here, guys? I'm not. No, wait. Yeah, I put it in wrong. There's 31. Goodness sakes. Whew. I'm sorry. I'm not awake yet. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It says there's 7 sheets. I'm gonna check something real quick, guys. Sorry about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, here's the page with the beautiful blue envelopes. I love this one. And then we've got the page with the funeral and 2 more blues and the little bitty baby one. And here is this one. Those are some of my favorite. And then here is, look at that brown and that blue. Then we've got this one with a light bluey gray. Then this one. I just didn't have that first pack set up right. I apologize. And 2 more of these that are my favorite. None of them are duplicates. They might look similar, but they're not the same. And there's the page of 6. So that is what you'll get. I'll have to figure out what's wrong with that first one I showed you. Okay, we're going to get it started. We're going to do 10 seconds. These are, these I printed on 32-pound paper. And what is, welcome in everyone, 32-pound paper. And the paper I had been using before I started doing this has a texture to, a funny, not funny, not as smooth, but this paper prints like no other. The colors, as you can see in those, are just amazing. Okay, I'm always open for requests. So if you see something you like, you just let me know. Let's look at these. I have a 35 page pack of French invoices, all that I have scanned and printed. There are some amazing um, invoices in this, but look how thick it is. There's 35 pages, and I will show you. Now, this is printed on a really beautiful smooth cardstock or paper that is 28 pounds. And then we've got, look at that beautiful blue one. Most of them have something awesome on them. Like this one has that beautiful image right there. So if you didn't want to use the whole page, you could, cut out parts. Are these easy to are these easy transfer to wood with Mod Podge? Hmm. I don't think I'm gonna venture to guess because I don't know for sure. There it's a lighter weight, like regular copy paper is 20-pound paper, and this is a little heavier at 28. I'm sorry, I just don't know enough to give you a good answer. If my daughter was here, she would be able to answer you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I thought this one was unique. It's a little different because it has that chart type thing at the bottom. I'll just go ahead and keep standing these up. I thought that was fun. This one has a beautiful blue stamp on it. There's a really pretty stamp. Look at this image. Yeah, let's get these pinned. There we go. So what I'm doing is charging $1 per page to cover the ink in the paper. Look at this pretty pink one. And then I love this one. Look at that beautiful color. 95% or more are full page. Look at that. Beautiful light in that. Oh my gosh. It's just gorgeous. Could you imagine? I think a lot in the lines of junk journals, but can you imagine this in a signature? Any of these, actually. And most of these, I believe, are from the 1800s. Here's a pretty pink. Now, this pack is for 35, but I also made up two smaller packs. That one, wow. This one's 1909. Look at that. Here's one with a sewing machine and a bicycle. Got that beautiful color. Look at that. I couldn't not put this one in even though it's blank, just because of that beauty at the top. And we've got a beautiful blue and this one. I love how when they scan, you still see the wrinkly look of the paper. They're not, definitely not perfect. And then this one is a freebie. I just love this one, but it has seen better days. There is a lot missing out of it. So technically, you're getting 36 pages, and this one is free. I just love the red. And just this image at the top could be used, in your uh, fun stuff you do. 1896. So that one's a freebie. Okay, so that's where you get all 35 pages. I'm not going to go through the smaller packs, but I divided them up into a 20 pack and a 15 pack. So if you want a smaller version with not as many pieces, we can do that. And I divided them equally. So if you, I've got these set up like here's a 20 and a 15 pack. And it has a wonderful variety of the colors, the images, in when I split them. So, and you'll also get this freebie with those too. So if you bought the 20 and the 15, you're going to get everything I've shown here, and there aren't any duplicates. So let's see if anyone wants the whole shebang. And it is starting now. Queen Bee, thank you. You will not be sorry. They are so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll run it again just in case. And I love I know. That's what oh my gosh, they're just to die for. I was using that kind of weird scratchy, not scratchy, but not smooth paper, that is showed for the envelope fronts. And I'm pretty sure Gina from G Smiley. She uses this paper and it is as smooth as butter. All right. So now let's see if anyone would like 20. Because I know that's a lot, when you compare it to actually buying the invoices, it isn't, but 35 is a chunk. Oh, where to go? I know they're in here because I put them in last night. But of course, can you find them when you need them? Well, let me check. Dang, this show's starting off kind of rough, isn't it? It's Monday. Okay, I'm going to do, let's see, 1A. That's what I named it at the beginning. Let's see if that. Well, it is not in here. Oh, they're not in an auction. Good grief. Okay, I'm going to get them added. Goodness sakes. I put them in the buy it now. That's what I did accidentally. Okay, there's 1A. That is for the 20 pack. And there is the 15. Okay, so let's see if anyone would like 20 sheets of this. I'm going to get it started now. So if you like Queen Bee, you don't need the smaller sets because they're the exact same invoices included. Whoop. Is it starting? Start auction. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that. I'm going to come up with some more packs too. I just scanned a ton more of invoices last night. And here is the 15 if you would like the pack of 15. They're just so pretty and would be May, hi. Dina, Boulder, hi. Welcome everyone. I'm sure I've missed. There's Emma, Lisa, Polly, Diana. I see y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Is there anything in the shop anyone would like to see? I trying to find the other. Let's look at these. Last Monday, I had a show and I had a lot of people excited. Hi, Margaret, about my Victorian lady die cuts. I'll go ahead and leave that there for now. I want to show you these started from this. And these, oh, Paper Swan, hi. Um, these die cuts, if you can believe it, started with these original French um, fashion plates. And I actually have some of these left. They're in my buy now if you're interested in any of that. I'm telling you what, at Christmas, a young gal bought two and she was going to frame them and give them to her mom for Christmas. And then another gal bought one and framed it and sent me a picture. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty framed. So, what I did is I started with those big old originals. I scanned them all. Then I made them 8.5 by 11. And I have this in the auction too, where you can buy um, these on just the smaller version of the fashion plates. Let me take it out of this because it's of the glare. Paper Swan, I have tried 3 different scanners and have returned them all. I can't find one that I really like. I found one that was a large plate, it had a large glass that would almost scan those entire fashion plates in one swipe. When I got these, that was before I started testing printers or scanners. So I actually used the scanner. Oh, Margaret, that's because they are attached. Um, and I put in the listing that I will split them if you're interested in one of those. Let me show you what I'm talking about. They all came, well, they were all supposed to be in a book, that held them together like this. And only 6 of them survived. Look at you can see the hand painting parts. Isn't that gorgeous? And so I put these in because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that come to 120? 8 times 15. And I left them this way in case someone wanted to have these still attached. And so these are the ones that are included in the 120. But I put in the listing that I would split these if someone really wanted one of these. So these are everything. Look at those winter coats that they wore. This, I think, is my one of my favorites. There's one more I really like. Let me get back. I'll show you them again as we go. This one, yeah, this one and the blue one, I just love. I mean, but they're all beautiful, aren't they? So, Margaret, okay, so you wanted one and you bought this pack or this bundle. Margaret, go in and cancel the order and I'll approve it. And then if there's one in here that you want, we I can get that listed for you. Does that make sense? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. All right. Well, I will take it out of the it's already kind of started down here. I'll tear it so that you get that paper with it. I won't tear the actual print off of this. It's almost like a wax paper. All right. Well, we'll do that. Perfect. Okay, so they all started out that way. Then I made them into 8.5 by 11. And then I can't remember exactly how I did all this. It was just a whirlwind. But I removed the background off of all of these. I learned some new skills, and I don't know if I'd remember everything I had to do. Um, and removed all the background and then set them up to 6 inches and cut them out with my cutting machine. I struggled with her the most, and she's one of my favorites, but I finally got her, and so now she's in these packs. So there's 22 ladies. There's always been 21, but there's 22 ladies, and they're from all of these. Some of them have sold, so you wouldn't have seen them, but they well, thank you, Lynn. Welcome in, everyone, and cut them out. This is the pack of 21 or 22 now. I gotta remember how to do that, Margaret. Uh, oh, no problem, dear. Believe me, I think I've done that. I I placed an order because I buy in France, and I placed an order. Oh, in America, I still had the French. Oh, okay. Let me. Does anyone know how to find this? I know that's what they do. Let me look here. Whatnot. Action required. Here we go. I'm looking at my emails. Action required. View and respond. Accept. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, we're good. Well, it was easier than I thought. Luckily, you knew how to even start the cancellation. Okay, so we got they stand about 6 inches tall. If there's any tacky on the back of these, it was from the darn cricket mat. When I first start using those mats with these, I get a little bit of residue sometimes. And then after you use it about 10 times, you don't get as much residue. Don't these kind of remind you of little paper dolls? Oh, that's the same one. Okay. Here's her. We're about done. Let's see. We were talking about scanners, weren't we, Shelley? So when I scan these, I used a smaller scan bed that's on my printer, and I have a Epson ET8550. I mean, it's a good size scanner, but it doesn't, um, it's not big enough. So then I had to figure out with, I think I had to take 4 scans of each one. And somehow in Photoshop, I have Photoshop elements. Oh, thank you. I combined the four into one, if you can believe it or not. I learned a lot of things since I have been on Whatnot. But I bought a larger flatbed that was separate, and it just didn't give the color like my printer scanner does. So I returned it. Then I tried a book scanner and loved that idea because you can lay a book flat and it'll scan it. But the color on that wasn't right. And I mean, I tried working with the colors and getting everything right. And so I returned it. So I'm back to using the one on my printer until I can find one that is gives me the color I want. Anyway, that's that. And for a cutting machine, I I've had Cricut for a very, very long time. Currently, and I sell the old ones when I buy a new one, and I have the Cricut Maker. But if you're familiar with Cricut, their print and cut sucks. And I was somewhere online and heard about the Caesar, Siser, Juliet, Caesar Juliet, and I bought one because it talked about how well, yep, it talked about how well it would do the print and cut. And I think this is proof. It does amazing. I even had the scan and cut, and I sold it because it would not pick up. That was a couple years ago. I didn't try them on these, but it wouldn't pick up the outline correctly, and you had to mark it. And I didn't have time to put a dark line around an image so that the scan and cut would cut it. Now, with the Caesar Juliet, what you have to remember is it works with images you have printed. So, like if you had a scrapbook collection and you wanted to cut out the little elements on one of the pages, it won't do that. It works with, so any digital you have is perfect because it will. cut. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel on all that stuff. This is the this is the scanner. All of the invoices. I don't know if you saw them, Shelley, but all of these beautiful invoices were printed, were scanned and printed on the Epson. All of these. There's a couple back here, like this one. I have a feeling it was printed on one of the other scanners because they're like a brighter white. And I know if they had been on my Epson scanner, they would have came out prettier, color. I use a lot of different papers. I have 50 pound, 47 pound, 32 pound, 28, 24. It just depends on what I'm making. Now, for these, I use the 47 or 50. Well, with the heavier paper, the 47 and 50s, I am um, still searching because I use the paper. I have, I use the paper from, I think it's Paper Mill. That's the paper that it's not rough, but that's what these are on, but it gives the best print color. And they're not, smooth as butter. There's a little bit of, oh, I don't know, coating, I guess, is what's on here. Because I found out if you do a double-sided printing, unless you get a paper that is set up to do double-sided printing in order to get quality color, a regular paper won't do it. So, for these heavier ones, I did that. I've also fallen in love with I think Shelley kind of got me on this. The Southworth linen paper is amazing. And that's a 20, I think that's a 24 pound. And then Gina from G Smiley, she told me about this. It's a Staples Premium Bright White. It's a 28 pound paper. And let me find where I printed on. And that's the one that I said was smooth as butter. Yes. So let's see. I think that, oh, I told you wrong, not paper mill, Red River paper. And this is the 32 pound. And see here, it says premium matte double sided. Double sided means you could print on both sides. Oh, means you could print on both sides and have a quality print. I discovered this because I was printing off Christmas stuff a year ago for last Christmas, and the front side was beautiful and amazing colors like those. And then I was flipping them over and printing, and they were like shadowy. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? So I got a hold of the paper mill, and that's what I said. No, Red River. I got a hold of Red River and discussed it with them. And so that's why I bought that, or why I used that. Now, if I'm going to be single side printing like these, then I don't worry about using the double sided paper. Oh, Shelley, you're a doll. Um, I'm yakking instead of showing, aren't I? Well, I cut up a bunch of sets this last week. So I'm going to hope. Well, I can I can make more. So I finally ran out of the first batch, when you bought yours. I think Margaret, I think you said you got some of these, right? Um, I finally ran out of that batch last Monday. There was a group of girls that really liked them. And so I sold out and I made some more. Oh, good, Margaret. Glad that worked out. Let me just go ahead and make it now while we're yakking. There doesn't seem to be anyone but the three of us right now, huh? Probably because we got to talking about um, all of this and they didn't want to hear it. Let me put this in French 39 or 3419 is the number on that one. I just put French 3319 fashion image. That's good enough. I'm going to take a picture of it real quick. So I think I will go ahead and oh, yes. Can you see? Look at that. And some of the dolls, I call them dolls, the die cuts caught that stuff, but not perfect by any means. Well, I didn't do the right thing. Hang on, girls. Create an auction. Nope, I was in the wrong place. Oh, Margaret and Shelley, you guys are nice. I don't know who's the fourth one in here. Let's see, there weren't any red dresses in this, was there? Everything else is listed, Margaret. I'd have to pull them up. I'm having a brain fart. I can't even figure out how to create a dang listing. Add products. Oh, good grief. Okay. I'm on it now. Oh, got the picture. Okay, 3419. I'm just going to put that because I don't know what that means. And Margaret, these came from France like 6 months, 9 months ago. I'm going to put condition is this one's, I'm going to put good. There's one auction 15 4 to 7 because I have to put it, and I have envelopes that fit these, or padded envelopes that fit these. I bought it just for that, and but it's also come out handy with ledger pages that are tall. Okay, I think we're actually ready. Here you go. We did it, Margaret. We did it. I'm going to look at the others real quick. Just see. I've got the green dress, a blue, and a blue. I think the reds must have sold. There's one blue in there that's really pretty. Okay. There's this one, but it was the front cover page. And so it's pretty soiled, you know, and edges messed up. And I'd say that's like a purpley color. Here is the green. Uh-huh. This is black. There's this blue one. I love to show how it shimmers, where you can see the paint was actually added. Now this one is what I like. This one for some reason. You want that one? All right. Let's see. I saw a question. Let me find this real quick. It is in the buy now. My iPhone just does not want to help me today. Oh, let me get these moved. Yeah, I didn't know this much about scanners and printing and Photoshop elements. I hardly knew anything about these when I retired 6 years ago, and I've just learned over time. Oh, I swear to God. Seems like I have a show like this about once a month. It's just so dang, makes it so dang complicated. Bye now. I don't have anything. Whoop. I don't have anything in my buy now. Man, I really screwed up this show. Okay. So well, now you found the batch for 120. Did you see the single ones? Why can't I see them? So I have stuff in my buy now. I don't show anything. Oh, lordy, lordy. You're right. Here's the green one, Margaret. You are right. It has been glitchy. Sorry. I'm trying to think and find and do. Okay, so you bought them. Okay. I'm going to stop looking for them. Okay, perfect. All right. So I will thank you so much, Margaret. I love the stripe down her skirt in that one. This one. Yeah, you can see it's like a uh what would be like a crochet around the dress. So I have green, beans, brown. Yes. Okay, so there's the stripe. So if any of you are interested in the $120 set, it's now 15 less because one sold. And after the show, I will split them up so they can be bought individually. Most of those are the winter coats. Okay. So These, I call them paper dolls, but they're like die cuts, and they're 6 inches tall. There's 22 total, and then they I like to look at, on YouTube, inked paper art, and she has 365 videos, and she uses paper dolls or die cuts or whatever you wanna call them. 'Em. They're not these fancy ones on a lot of her projects, so if you ever want ideas, there you go. So now let's get these listed. Now, this is for all 22 of them, but I've also divided them up into 3 sets of 7, and now one of them has 8. So if you don't want them all, I can show you the individual packs too. But we're gonna start this for all 22 of them. Do you, Shelley? All right. Let me get these picked up. These are on a heavier cardstock just so they wouldn't, bend and be a mess. It's either 47 or 50 pound. I've got it in the description and I can't remember. Okay, new envelopes. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Oh, run again? Will do. It's starting now. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Have you gotten these before? That's what I thought. And if I knew Shelley had, need more. Well, you can, even if I'm out, I can make more. So that won't be a problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, is there anyone in here that wants a smaller set? Okay, now I'm almost out again. Yeah, tell me. Yeah. Okay, so here they are split up in 3 packs. That doesn't do you a lot of good because of the glare. Letters and envelopes. I have, let's see, I have a shipment coming. I think it said I'm going to get it Wednesday. And it is full of, I'll have a bunch of new letter or envelopes. And I can't remember if, good grief, my mind is blank too, if there's letters inside of them. Oh no, they're the letters that fold into an envelope. Those are my favorite. Okay, I'm going to run this in case anyone wants a set of 7. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Okay, let's move on from here. Let me get these out of the way. I don't know. Margaret, have you seen the newest? Pam, I really like these, but I need lighter colored ones for darker backgrounds. Ah, yep, yep. These are all Pretty dark, rich colors, aren't they? Let me show you these, Margaret. I don't know if you were in here when I had these ready. This is this is a batch of folded letters, my most recent, which was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. They're not the authentic ones. Is that what you're looking for? These are the folded letters, and I scanned them and printed them on vintage typewriter paper. Come here. It is so amazing how they folded these letters back in the day. Let me get it pulled out. There. That's how they closed it. It's being a little stubborn. There we go. So I scanned all of this. 1861, maybe, is what's up here. I didn't scan anything on the back because I thought it might bleed through. So I buy the envelopes, the authentic ones, and then I open them up and I scan them. Yes, the paper was blue. Yeah, I have not enhanced or changed any of these. And I haven't on anything that I scan and sell. It's antique typewriter paper. And the box I have right now, I get it on eBay. Just put in vintage typewriter paper, and sometimes on the box it even says that it's actually an onion skin. But I got real French onion skin ledger pages, and it's a whole lot thinner than this. That onion skin, authentic onion skin, is really hard to work with. So I printed them, cut them, folded them up. I'll do that later. And it tucks in. Here is the next one. And there's this one. So these are the authentic size. And I did reduce to make some smaller ones this time. So each pack has, I think, 3 original and 2 smaller. I know. I love them. What number was that? That was number 3. I numbered them so that you, if somebody bought some, they wouldn't get duplicates of the same size. Oh, all right. I will run them. And this is pack 2. We got this one. Here's this one. If you were here when you saw my envelopes, I had this on a heavier cardstock. This is the actual authentic size. Then you got a couple that are that I reduced. Because I just think, wouldn't that be fun to tuck those in a pocket? All right, let me get these up. Envelopes. Hopefully it comes up that way. There they are. Oh my gosh, it worked out. Okay, I'm gonna run them now. Yeah, and I buy a ream. I look. Oh, just that I just that I have a lot of scanned documents, French documents in paper. I have authentic too, but I'm kind of leaning more towards scanning and printing them now. because you can get more for your money, you know? If you're wanting to use these in junk journals, I have a hard time, um, using originals in a junk journal. So that's what got me kinda thinking maybe there's others that feel that way too. Yes, I will run again, Margaret. Don't get me wrong, I love, love, love the originals, but I okay, you wanna see another pack, Margaret? You pre-bid on 2 of these envelopes or something else? Okay, here is pack 1. Okay. So far you have all 10 of those. Here is pack 1. We got this one and this one and this one. And here are your tinies right there and right there. Okay, let me look at the pre-bids. I think I have 5 or 6 different sets. I had fun with them. I always say it sure is easy to hit the print button, but oh my gosh, then when it all starts coming out, you got to do something with it. Oh, okay. The ones with the digital back, okay. I see that. Why does not the phone won't let me on the phone? Let's see. Okay, hang on just a sec. Oh, good grief. I'm sorry, ladies. Okay, it says I have pre-bids on 2. Let me get this sorted out and then we'll talk. Ah, so was your pre-bid on the paper dolls? Because that's what's coming up when I hit pre-bids. Oh, sorry, I'm confused. Well, I definitely saw the envelope fronts with the digitals on the back. 36 would have been, oh, the e- envelope fronts. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let me sort out this mess that I created. So this was the first set. And Shelly, you want it? Why wasn't I paying attention? Oh, but I do have duplicates. Oh, God. Okay. So that one goes to, you're okay. I'm so glad you're here. I can't believe it took me this long to figure out your new username. I know. I know. Okay, and so the second one, did Margaret win that one? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put a little air in this thing too. Put Margaret here. Now I'm going to set these up in case you want more so you know which ones you have. How about that? Okay, this one is Paper Swan. There we go. Now, help me with this. Did you, either one of you, want more of these? Because then I also have a third and a fourth pack. All right. Let me get everything sorted out here. Here's, okay, ladies. I only, this was the last one of this one and the last one of this one. So I've got two of this one. I thought they were supposed to be the same, but they're obviously not. Okay, I've got a second one of this. Good grief. So I'm going to run this for you, Paper Swan. Shelley. Good grief. Okay, Paper Swan. So you've got those two. And then there is this one. If either of you want it, I'll run it. And then, yes. And then there's this one that's a little bit of variety too. Got a light blue, a medium blue, a green, and two brown shades. Okay, you got this one? No. Yeah, you got this one, Shelley? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me find those. All right, so that was the, I'm going to make sure this is the one. Where is it? I'm really considering just making uh not doing separate listings because having to find them is ugh. Okay, this is what you pre-bid on, Margaret. These are on 32-pound paper, and we've got French check fronts, and there are 7 pages. I'll just show you real quick and then I'll run it. All of them are different. None of them are the same. And I'm going to get it started now. Yeah, I just did these this last week. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, I like all your ideas. All right. I'll put these over here. Then the other one, I have to do a little more digging to find it. I know I have them, but I stuck them in a safe place. They are, oh, duh, here they are. I found them. Okay, here we go. Now, these I cut them out. I printed them, I cut them out. They're on the 47-pound paper, and I printed digitals on the back. Just random digitals. So now you're going to see the same check fronts as the ones you just bought. But these I have, and some of the printing on the back doesn't maybe line up, 100% the right direction. But these are on heavier paper, like I mentioned. Isn't that pretty? So I didn't know how to line them up, so I don't think I'm going to do any more. Look at that. I don't think I'm going to do any more. Yeah, like this. Well, because first of all, well, I would do it now because I lined them up straight. But when I scanned them, they were all crooked as heck, because you can't line them up good on that. And and there's this pretty one. Good. So let's get that one going. And it's a running. Welcome in, those of you that have just joined. What I'm showing right now are French envelope fronts that I own the envelopes, and I scanned them and printed them, and then on these I put a digital print on the back side. Thank you, Margaret. You have to run, dear. Thank you, Margaret. Have fun. And I'll show another set. I think these are the same check fronts, but they might have a whole different digital on the back. I don't remember. There's that. That's a beautiful. I love that digital. We've got floral. This is one of my favorites besides the blue. Look at that. Ooh, that even cut out Paris. Kept it on the back. These are different. And I picked some cute digitals, didn't I? That's that blue floral. Ooh, that's nice too. These look like, that's pretty. These look like the same envelope, but they're not. They're, I thought they were all the same when I was sorting them over the weekend. Like this one has this bit extra added down here, and it's February 7 and February 11. So I'll run these in case anyone would like those. Well, Shelley, I think it's you and I. We've been here before, haven't we? I'm gonna I'm gonna do a boost and see if I get anybody in here. Let's see. All right, we'll see what happens. So, Shelley, I imagine you're nervous for your first show. I know I was. But once you get some under your belt, it will just get easier and easier. Main thing is do when you pull up your show and before you start it, go into the more button, and I always go in there, you hit more, and then you can, oh, they're not on here since I'm started, but preview setting, preview camera or something like that. And then there's a zoom out. So I always hit both of those and I can see what's in the camera, before I start. Welcome in. We are looking at some French items. Yes, Shelley. I My name is Pam. I have a lot of French. I have authentic French, and then I have scanned a lot of these and printed them. Yeah, because when I close the show, there's just the two of us again. When I close the show, I'll be able to tell you the exact buttons to pick. Because my first show, when I turned it on, it was staring at at the ceiling. So that was And that took forever to figure out how to flip it around correctly. Welcome in, everyone. We are looking at French paper that, let me get these out of the way. These are copies of French fashion plates that I own. Yes, welcome in. And I printed and scanned them. And there are all different kinds of beautiful ladies in here. These I just think would be awesome for signatures in for junk journals or to even frame them, you know? I have a lot of stuff in my shop. I have a lot of stuff in my buy it now. So please look around, and if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. Whatnot is acting up today and not finding things I am trying to find. So I'm on the struggle bus trying to get this all figured out. If you like French, you're in the right place. Let's see. I gotta find them. How is everyone today? Thank you for coming in. Welcome in. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Well, until I can find those ladies, I'm going to show everyone these invoices. These are all French invoices that I have or did have in my personal collection. I'll save this one for last because it's a freebie. So, what I've done is scanned and printed 35 different French invoices. This is a really economical way to have some of this beautiful imagery of French invoices. Look at the tops of those. They're just phenomenal. Many of them are from the late 1800s and some are from the early 1900s. Look at this. Is that like a barber chair? This one is amazing. Oh, are you still here, Shelley? This is a beautiful pink one. I think it's down to you and I again. It is amazing, Shelley. Don't get frustrated if a show doesn't go so whoopee. Last week I had 2 shows and sold a lot. And then now, like, today's kind of dead. And what I found, is kind of the time of the month. I always try to have them at the end and the beginning. And then, yeah. Plus, and when I think it's going to be a good show, that it could be a good show, it usually isn't. And then vice versa. I was floored last Monday with how much I sold. So, yeah. And it doesn't What I find, it doesn't matter how many people, it's just it's the right ones, if that makes sense, you know? Because I don't ever have more than probably I don't ever have more than 10 people in my shows, but it's like I said, the right people. These are authentic French invoices that I scanned and printed from my personal collection. There are 35 different invoices, and they're printed on a beautiful, smooth 28-pound paper. So if you're into junk journals, these are perfect to add to your signatures. Oh, thank you. I just think they came out amazing. You need to get in a junk journal community. I'm learning about that. A junk journal community? Ooh, tell me more. Like, I know Gina Smiley and Renee. They're both junk journalers. It's in the craft section. Oh, you're gonna have to tell me more how to find that. Welcome in, Joy. We are looking at some French. This is a pile of 35 French invoices that I scanned and printed. And then up here, I also have authentic French, and these are 4 French folio pharmacy pages. Well, did I say that right? 4 pharmacy folios. So I'm going to run these French invoices. I just ran through them. There is almost every color in the rainbow, blues and grays and the beautiful browns and the whiter ones. There's quite a few blue. There's a couple pink. Here's a pink one. This one is gorgeous. This one is another pretty pink one. Lovely, beautiful imagery from these French invoices. So I'll go ahead and get it started. Well, hi. This is for 35 French invoices that have been scanned and printed from my collection. Thank you for joining and coming in. In each of the invoice packs, I also include this one free. I just love this red, but it has seen better days. But I thought, especially for our junk journals and things, we could, cut and use this section in there if we wanted, or we can use it like this actually, because the more worn and torn is what we tend to love with junk journals. So here are the pages. I'll go through a couple. There are some beautiful blues, some browns, whites, not white, but off white. Some have the stamps, some have the beautiful imagery at the top, like this one. Here's this one with the coins. These are just so pretty. Not very many of them are horizontal, but there are a few, a couple, I should say. And here's a blue. I'm kind of skimming. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous at the top? And most of them are dated 1800s, and but there are some that are early 1900s. Look at that beautiful blue. I'll start it just in case anyone's interested. I have a lot of things in my shop. I have um, a lot in my bin also. So feel free to look around and let me know if there's something you'd like to see. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. These are authentic French pharmacy folios from ledgers. I always keep as many as I can together to make a folio. So a folio is where two pages are attached. So we've got this one, and it's has the lovely numbers that we like up at the top. This one's 1907. This one's a little newer, but it's pretty cool. Okay. Hey, Shelley, it's you. I think it's you and I again. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the show. How about that? Oh, we got somebody in here? Nope, it's you and I. And then you and I can get together and chat back and forth on the show and this paper crafting, junk journaling thing you were talking about. Thank you for being here. Is there anything you want to see in particular? And I love your picture of of the swan. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm available now if you are. Welcome in. I am just getting ready to end, guys. But if you see something you'd like to, me to show you, I'm more than happy to do that. These are authentic French pharmacy ledger pages, and they are folios, which means they're attached in the middle. So you get two pages front and back. That's the smallest one. Then there's this one that is all four of these are from pharmacy ledgers. So if you know someone in pharmaceuticals, they would probably love these. These four are original. These are the authentic pages. I'm glad you asked, Vintage Crafty, because I do have a lot that I have scanned and printed, as the title kind of alludes to, right? Let me get them pulled up. Okay, so there are four folios, so they're front and back, and there are four, and starting them at 14. This one is from 1916. This one is dated early, well, it has 1900 on the top there with purple ink. This one is 1907, and it's the smaller of the four. And then this one is the earliest, and it's 1957. And what I've been doing is adding a pharmacy prescription. No problem, Vintage Craft. And then I add a vintage prescription from, this is from, most of them are from 1939. Welcome, Kelly. I have a lot of French stuff. I have French, authentic French, like this pack is. And I've also started doing a lot of scanning and printing of authentic documents. Like I have this pack of beautiful French invoices that I scanned and printed. It's kind of a slow day. So if, look at that beautiful pink, all different kinds of colors. That's another beautiful one. I love these second to the blue ones. But blue is so hard to find. Anyway, there's 35 beautiful invoices that I scanned and printed. I'll pull those up in case anyone's interested. I have them in 4 different amounts in each pack. This is the full set for 35. And then I set up a pack of 20 and a pack of 15, which are the same from the pack of 35, just split out so that it's not as high. I'm trying to find them. There they are. And I'll start those right now. So there's the invoices are running right now. We've got beautiful shades of color on all of these invoices. And like this one's 1888. Most of them, I think, are 1800s, but I did see a few from the early 1900s. These would be dynamite for pages in a signature of your junk journal. And I printed them their actual size. So, like on this one, you can see there's more room on the top and the bottom. Yes, yes, I owned and own these invoices, and I scanned them and then I printed them. Yes, those are truly mine. And then this is a set of, so this is your scanned and printed one option. And then I also have a authentic. Thank you. I think they came out beautiful. But I also have a really good printer and I use really good paper. So that, and I always use high quality on the print setting. It takes forever to print them out if you do, you know, the high quality printing. But that's what I want if I'm gonna sell something. I want them to be as pretty as they can be. Let me run I'll run the set. This is the 15 pack or 20 pack, I'm sorry, and you would get I have them split out, so there's 35 here. I have a pack of 20, a pack of 15, and they're the same invoices, um, as these 35. The 20 and the 15 are split out between, color and the, um, imagery. I feel like they're, you know, very fair and, oh, good. So here's the set of 20 if you'd like to give it a look. And then I have one that has 15. So just know that if you say you bought the 15 today and you wanted the other 20, you just have to let me know and you won't have any duplicates. That's important to me that you don't have duplicates. I just scanned a whole new batch of invoices last night, but most of them are brown. So I'm waiting for some pretty color ones to come in. So this is the best variety with color and all that I have right now. This is 4 ledger pages, not that. 4 ledger pages from these are authentic French ledger pages from thank you, from French pharmacy ledgers. These I bought from France and had them shipped. So you've got this is the smallest one. Got your date up there. And who knows what we might find on here as far as prescriptions that were used in the day. This is 19, I don't know, it might be 1907. It has the pretty little number up there. My tape runner cut me last night. That's what that is. And so anytime I take apart a ledger, I keep as many together as possible. And so this is what you call a folio, where 2 pages are attached. And then this one has the beautiful red lines down through there, has the numbers that we love. This is the newest one. This is 1957. The rest of them are much older. All kinds of writing and information on these. Look, this says substances. It means something different these days, doesn't it? And then this one is 1900. And with this one, they look at this purple ink they used. And we've got numbers over here, all this. And just the color of the paper, isn't it gorgeous? The patina. And then the fourth one, this one is unique, I thought. I don't know if can you see the red on the edge of the paper in the camera? There it is. All 3 sides, you can see it up here with that. All 3 sides are inked in red. And then you got all of this wonderful information and writing, the beautiful calligraphy. 1916. And then what I've been doing is throwing in An authentic French. Oh, no, sorry, this isn't French. This is a antique prescription from 1939, and it is American, but these are French. Vintage crafts, you like this set? You got it. Let me get it pulled up. And it's a running. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. My bag. My bags are sealed. Good grief. All right. I'll get your name on here. Vintage Crafty Arts. Thank you. Thank you. All right. That will be coming your way. I also have these French envelopes that are, I have scanned and printed the cover of French letters that you fold up into envelopes. I'll explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll go with that one. These were authentic envelopes or letters or both, whatever you want to call them. But the French, and I'm sure we did, and I know we did in America too, but you would write a letter or send an invoice and then you folded it up this super cool way. So I scanned them and then I printed them on antique typewriter paper. And then I folded them all up. And so I have packs of 5. We've got this one. They all fold. I'm not going to put you through the grueling part of watching me unfold and fold. But here we've got those 3. And then with all of them that I have, I then reduced them because I just thought the little ones were cute too, especially if you're a junk journal and, just to tuck one of these in a pocket. Thank you, Shelley. Get them pulled up. There we go. I'll go ahead and run them. I've got quite a few different sets, that are a little different. If you bought a second pack, you might have like, here's is that the same one? Yeah. So this is the original size. And then I shrunk it down for a little one. So in the next pack, you might have this one, in the regular size. Welcome in, everyone. We are looking at some French stuff that I have scanned and printed. Um, I don't think you'll see dates with the letter with those envelope letters because I didn't scan the other side. I didn't scan the actual letter. With the vintage typewriter paper, I was afraid that it would bleed through. So if I ever did these on a lightweight regular paper, like this is a 28-pound paper, I would definitely print both sides. But all of those letters are primarily, I'm quite certain, from the 1800s, but I don't know that you'll see the date. Well, let me look again here. I guess you could see a date. Okay, so like this one, but it's not legible very well, is it? Isn't that something how they would take a piece of paper and write a letter or send an invoice and then they fold it up like this and then put a stamp on it and send it before envelopes? I used to know the date when envelopes first came out, and now I can't remember. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up again. So yeah, if you see them like this, you know they're quite old. I'm looking on a couple others, see if I can see a date. Yes. Like here is I see a 50, maybe an 85 at the bottom. So 1885 maybe? I don't know. Well, so then I have, yeah. Oh, I can't remember the date. I know 1850 because I love rag paper. And they tell you that if you find a book before 1850, it should be rag paper. But just yesterday, I looked at a book that was 1847 or something, and it wasn't rag paper. So if you're after rag paper, you have to really watch. You're French? Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, I'm thinking it's earlier, like Paper Swan just said. I can tell you if I can read it. Well, I need to find something. It's so, oh my gosh, how exciting. So, do you live in the States? I'm assuming. Okay. Well, let me, like, this is 19, early 19. I've actually figured out the months of the year. Oh, and you live in Florida. Well, actually, I think that's chloroform, isn't it? Glycerin. I'm so fascinated that you're from France. I should, what I need to do is my youngest daughter has a friend. She has a daycare and her friend has two children and she has them in her daycare. I need to, pick her brain on things too. So yeah, yes. Yeah. I had four. I buy most, Most of the French that I buy from France and then have it shipped over here. And I kind of started thinking because I'm a junk journal girl, scrapbook girl. And then I started thinking if there's people like me, it would be really hard to put authentic pieces, yeah, in a junk journal. First of all, you wouldn't get your money back on what you pay for originals, authentic pieces in a junk journal. So my I started thinking, why don't I scan and print these things? And that makes it more affordable. And you don't have a worry putting them in, like a junk journal. So that's where I've kind of evolved. And I printed all of these. These are 30, well, there's total of 36, but there's 35 French invoices with beautiful headings, the bill head color. Isn't that one glorious? 1888. I can't believe how much stuff can be found in France, but oh, I love this. Look at this. Isn't that I've not seen that. Now, I've only been in this about 9 months, so that's Paris? Oh, I just think that is beautiful. 1899. And then down here you have this lion. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm. There's a pretty pink one. This one's gorgeous too. So this is the direction I've kind of evolved. But can I show you the left of this page? This one up here. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. To see what's up here on this one. Louvre, Louvre, right? Look, it has Paris. Get it where you can see it maybe a little better. I'm so excited you're in here and can read French. Isn't it crazy um I don't know what you call it, addiction or what, of French paper for us, or at least I know for sure for us in the US, but we can't read a darn thing. But it isn't even that. It's just, the font and the calligraphy in this, like this image. Yeah, we have to Google Translate if we want to know what it says. But I mean, just look at this. It's just so pretty. And I don't know about Shelley, but I don't have time to Google Translate. I just look at the color and the calligraphy and the imagery is what I love. I know, I would love to know too. But then I've heard lately if we knew what these said, Shelley, we probably wouldn't sell them, or at least, the documents. Maybe some of these too. This is, I think, the most beautiful blue one. 1874, guys, and a beautiful green, a light green. This one I'm including free in whatever size pack you would purchase because it's red. And I just think that is beautiful. And it has quite a bit, taken off here and at the top. But couldn't you envision that even if we, cut off right here and had a short page and, had it in our um, signature? So that's a freebie because I love red. This one, oh, I think you might be right. Oh my gosh. Whenever I see those K's, is what I didn't even think of that until you said it. 1896. Well, back then it wasn't any computers, so they had to keep everything. Yep, fabric and German. Oh, thank you. It came in my pile of French invoices, so I just, of course, assumed I didn't look close enough. Still beautiful, isn't it? Fabric. Okay. Yes. Well, thank you for pointing that out. Oh, then I had envelopes, French envelopes, and I scanned all of those and printed them. Brothers. Okay. I'll have to watch closer in case usually I can pick out German pretty fast. And I don't know why I haven't on that one. So these are all the fronts of French envelopes that I've gotten. These are all of the scanned items and the printed items are mine. They're, I don't buy digitals and resell digitals. Well, that's against the rules anyway, and I would never do that. So anything that I have printed is pieces that I own or owned. I may have sold some of them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I will pin this one just in case anyone is interested. I've been doing a lot of talking and not running. Sorry about that. With the post stamp, you can make up the dates as well. Because some of them you can see. Like, wouldn't that have to be 1870? That have to be 1875. These envelopes came out. Well, these are no, I'm sorry, I said envelopes. Some are envelopes, many are the the ones that the letter invoice that you fold up and then send in the mail, like this one. But it's too blurry. 83 maybe? 1883? Yeah, a lot of them are. That might be 1916. It's a newer looking one, isn't it? So if you see anything in the shop or the buy now, let me know. I've also bought these beautiful French books and scanned the covers. Let me move this out of the way. My my favorite French right now are Czechs. And oh my gosh, I do. I do. I still have all the books. I think I have a book show scheduled for, gosh, I can't remember what date, Thursday or Friday. I think it's Friday that I might have to reschedule, but I plan to sell all of these. So here I have, I actually have quite a few French books, not just these. So I scanned and printed all of these book covers because I thought they would make beautiful covers for a junk journal. I cannot remember what these are called, this type of book. I like to show this. This is a premium paper for printing, and this is a regular piece of, not copy paper, but a piece of paper. And look at the difference in the colors. Same same picture. Isn't that something? This is probably my favorite. This blue one with lots of gold. So I still have those, and I have, you can see some in my buy now. These I don't have listed, but the I have quite a few of these. I'm not going to list this one because it's 1675, but these are my absolute favorite. You call it relures? She had a different name for it, the lady I bought them from. Or you want to see the page with the date? This could have been one. I'm probably not showing a good example. Look at that marble pages. This might have been one I did a Google on. I think I know what you're looking for, the Roman numerals, but this is what? Oh my God. How do you know the difference between Latin and French? Okay, so look at this one. These are my favorite. This. Well, I better start doing some Googling. Some Googling of. Okay. Oh, this is French, right? 'Cause it says Paris. With these books, this is my favorite paper. Very classic French author. Okay. Shelley, isn't this fun learning some of this stuff? And I'm thinking from what I'm discovering is that this is considered more of a cotton rag paper because it's whiter, but I just love how the pages are uneven. Gosh, some are uncut. Okay, I need to start learning that difference between Italian and French. This is the complete OEUVRE of the author. I don't know what OEUVRE is. Like life story? Complete collection. Okay. In this one book? Okay, so let me see if I can find an actual French one that I thought think was French. Here's this little cutie. These are the ones I haven't put up for auction. Oh, yeah. But this paper is marvelous. I love rag paper. So yeah, that's a little one. And I've got this one is similar, in look to this one, but it has a hard cover where that one is a soft cover. Oh, the lives. Oh, it has 1825 down here. You want me to get it closer? Is this considered the first page that you were wanting to see? Yeah, I tend to the uckier they are, the more I love them. It's a beautiful rag paper of the very famous men. Oh, Almost thought that was Pam. From a distance, the R looked kinda like an M. Oh my god, that means it's not French. Yeah, the ones that are in really, really bad shape, which aren't these, I, take apart and use the rag paper in, making ephemera, and, uh oh, excuse me, making rag ephemera, and I wanna use some of those folios in signatures for a junk journal, so I'm excited to, try that one day. Right now, I'm just trying to keep up with the scanning and the copying. I should say the scanning and the printing. I bought these beautiful prints, I call them fashion prints from France, and I scanned them, and I could not figure out what if they had been in an original something. I did a lot of research, but I couldn't figure it out, and so I scanned them all and reduced them to 8.5 by 11, so I've got that size printed, and then I made little what I call paper dolls or die cuts of the ladies. So I've done that. Where'd they go? Come here, ladies. Here's they're this size. So from this to that. So I've had fun with those. And I'm selling these prints, and people have bought them and framed them, and they're the most gorgeous things I've seen. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. Unless there's something you'd like me to show you in the shop or the bin. And please, please, please come back. See, I'm going to say Bridget, probably a page of dress catalogs that women use to buy clothes. Yeah, yep. Bridget, please come back. I love meeting you, and your French knowledge is beyond helpful. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm in my first raid train Thursday morning at 9 Central. I'll be showing this French stuff. It's called French Love and Lavender. And I got the French part taken care of. And then, thank you. And then it must be Friday, maybe Friday evening. I'm scheduled to do a, I've scheduled a book show to sell actual books. And I'm thinking I may have to postpone it because I'm going to my son's on Saturday. I gotta figure it out. Or I can do it Friday morning maybe. So anyway, thanks again and have a great week, everyone. Yes, definitely. Yes, that would be fabulous, Bridget. I don't think that's probably your name, but that's the part I got out of your username. All right, everyone. Let's find someone to raid into. Bridget is your name? Yes. Okay. Well, that's even better. Let's see who we can find. And Shelley, I'll probably get with you like Bridget Bardot. Oh my goodness. That's fabulous. Shelley, I'll get with you maybe after lunch and a nap. Does that sound okay? Let's see. Today's Monday. Or could we do it tomorrow morning? Are you available? Oh, sorry, Bridget. Paper Swan is having her first show tomorrow, and we were going to talk about it a little bit. Gosh, I've only got 10 months under my belt, but I want to share some things with her. Let's do like maybe 5. Okay. Sorry to confuse you, Bridget. Let's see, text. Oh, 5 p.m. is for Paper Swan and I to talk on the phone about her first show tomorrow. Yes. All right. Well, thank you. All right. Let's go to, I'll just pick Crafty Gal. Thank you again and hope to see you soon. Thank you for following. I love that.